Coaster Snoop. Coaster Snoop's back. Yes, Coaster Snoop. Okay, so, hello there. What we're going to be doing today is going to be looking at 10 craziest roller coasters in the world. I did not make this video. Who did? Top Trending did, but I don't think it's going to be a very accurate list anyway. I mean, could prove them wrong, but we'll find out. I think it's a bit outdated, but oh well. Yeah, so I'm doing this thing where if we get to 100 subscribers, very far away, but if we get to 100 subscribers, I will make a long video designing Coaster Snoop merch. Obviously, but I probably won't make it because I have 7 subscribers. But yeah, because that'd be fun. And if we ever, in the very occasion, got to 1K, that would be unreal. So please, if you see this, you don't have to subscribe, just share it, and please tell other people to subscribe. They don't have to watch the content, they don't have to do anything, they just have to subscribe. Okay, nice. Now we're gonna start this video, I guess.
Few theme park rides test your bravery and mettle like a roller coaster. Statistically, you're perfectly safe. You have maybe a 1 in 24 million chance of getting hurt on a coaster, and 1 million chance of dying on one. But
okay, that is actually very true. And it's good that you said that, because a lot of people will say you're going to die on this roller coaster, whether you're really not. Okay, back to it.
You don't think about stats when zipping up and down the tracks, careening upside down, and enduring loop-de-loops that make you pray your seatbelt works perfectly. Think about stats when zipping up and down the tracks, careening upside down, and enduring loop-de-loops that make you pray your seatbelt works perfectly. Obviously.
Okay. Disclaimer: your seatbelt will work, and if it doesn't work, your harness is big enough to keep you in. So don't worry.
Not all roller coasters are the same. Some are tamer and more predictable, designed for beginners, or those who aren't so much adrenaline junkies as adrenaline hobbyists. Others, meanwhile, are completely over the top and unpredictable, meant to instill thrill and fear into even the most hardcore of coaster addicts. Check out the 10 craziest roller coasters in the world and make plans to ride them all, if you think you're ready.
Yeah.
Simply seeing the tangled web that it...
Okay. This is a very basic answer, but I can see how people pick this on this list, but I don't. Like, it's a Euro set, and yeah, I know it has a really steep drop. Second steepest, probably the steepest when this video was made. But, like, really, after the drop, how is it scary? Like, I don't know, I'll just continue.
The Takabisha roller coaster is enough to give anyone chills. Since its opening in 2011, Takabisha has terrified passengers with its complete and utter...
I don't think it's exactly terrifying passengers, because they wouldn't go on it then.
...unpredictability. Even if you technically know what's going to happen...
If you know what's going to happen, then you know what's going to happen, but okay.
You're not prepared for it. The ride starts with a rapid-fire drop into total darkness, simply to set the mood. That's pretty cool. Seconds later, you're launched at over 60 miles per hour into the light in a series of pants-wetting coaster loops. A banana...
Did he just call it pants-wetting coaster loops? No comment. But this isn't actually a bad list so far. This is actually... I can see how people would rank this like this.
Roll, corkscrews, and several 180-degree turns. Follow in rapid...
Okay, at least he actually called it a banana roll. He didn't call it like a super-duper roly-poly or something.
Succession. You're then sent back to the station, only to quickly zoom 180 degrees toward a 141-foot-tall chain lift hill. Once at the top, you experience Takabisha's trademark, an absolutely terrifying 121-degree drop, a world record for roller coaster steepness that nobody has yet broken. From there...
Well, it's second now, but...
You're treated to 3 more loops before finally returning to the station. Amazingly, Takabisha has not yet caused a single injury. Here's hoping it stays.
Did they just say amazingly? It's a Gerstlauer Eurofighter. It is safe. What? Okay, sure, but I just don't want anyone this video to worry any of you guys, because these rides are completely safe.
That way. Even still, the sheer rush of darkness followed by 7 different loops and the steepest drop of them all will likely make you want to spend a couple of hours on the merry-go-round afterward, simply to calm your nerves. For the Max roller coaster is pretty...
Okay, I've seen this on so many lists, and it's basically just a tilt track, but vertical, and you go down it. I don't know.
Straightforward. After a drop, there's some darkness, 1 loop, and some rolling track before you're sent back to the station. But what happens before the drop is one of the scariest, craziest features of any coaster on the planet. The track seemingly breaks, and if you don't know what's coming, you just might faint.
Yeah, so see, it's literally just a tilt track. Like, think of Escape from Gringotts at Universal. It's literally just a tilt track, but it sends you down it.
Rising 114 feet, your car suddenly stops, and you realize there's no more track. You're seemingly stuck up there, at least until the track begins to slowly angle downward. It feels like the coaster is malfunctioned, and you're
Exactly, it's literally just a tilt track.
about to pay for it with your life. But then the track connects to the rest of the coaster and sends you careening down at a 90-degree angle. For those who don't know their geometry, a 90-degree drop sends you straight down, which is so terrifying no other coaster in the world has yet dared to put its riders through it. Gravity daring its riders to embrace us.
I'm sorry. I don't know what they mean by that, because yeah, it's the only one of its type, but it's not the only one that goes 90 degrees. But I don't know.
Sense of danger like they've never had before.
Good. Finally. Okay, finally a list of one of these that actually has a ride that's scary. I mean, I haven't been on Fury 325 because I haven't been to like South or North Carolina, but it's the tallest ride with a chain lift, so I mean it must be scary, just a bit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking of this wrong. I don't know. We'll work it out. Right, let's see what his reasoning is, or her. I think it's her. He though. Reasonings for putting through 325 at number 8.
Your Fury 325 roller coaster is one of the world's most aptly named coasters, as well as one of the freakiest. And it doesn't just thrill your body, but your mind too. The coaster's overall aesthetic is inspired by the hornet, one of the most rage-filled insects on Earth. The 325 comes from the coaster sending its riders to a peak height of 325 feet, making it one of the tallest coasters in the world. But the designers don't just toy with your
He's actually got it right there, that's good.
head with the foreboding name. No, they play with your psychology from the second you enter the park. Part of Fury 325 zooms past and around Carowind's front gate, putting the coaster in your head the second you walk in, and
I don't think it's meant to be like that, but okay.
building your anticipation long before you even get in line. Once on the coaster, Fury 325 does not disappoint. In addition to its foreboding height, it drops you at an 81-degree angle, reaching speeds of roughly 95 miles per hour.
Okay.
While there are no loops, there are plenty of rolls and corkscrews along the way, and the speed doesn't let up for a second.
Did he say corkscrew? Did he mean to say airtime mill? Like a corkscrew, like a corkscrew's an inversion. Okay, never mind.
Adding to the danger is a beam meant to barely clear your head. While you're in no actual danger provided you're not 8 feet tall, the positioning of the beam combined with the speed makes it so your brain can only process terror when they see that bit of steel seemingly coming straight toward you. And don't forget, at some point Fury 325 will send you past the front gate, in full view of everybody entering the park. That way you're playing your part in building anticipation for the next set of Fury riders, who will do the same as they're sent hurtling past yet more eager park goers. It's the circle of life, or more accurately, the circle of screaming for your life. The Montu ride at 10.
Did he just put Montu over Fury 325? Like, I know Montu is intense on, like, I only rode it on the back row, which is probably the most intense road, but it's probably still intense everywhere else. But like, above Fury 325, I mean, just why? It's not even the tallest invert. I really don't know at this point. I just don't
Bay's
know.
Busch Gardens is a prime example of what makes a roller coaster truly terrifying. The sense that you, the rider, are not in control. You're strapped tight in a car barreling at over 60
You're never in control on a roller coaster. Alright.
miles per hour, twisting and turning and dropping the entire time. Few coasters take that sense of control away from you better than Montu. From the start, the ride seems extra scary because the track lies above your car rather than below it.
I knew they were going to do that. I knew. But why didn't they just go for Alpengeist? That's the tallest inver. Why Montu? I don't know.
Lets your feet dangle as you zip through the ride, greatly adding to the seeming danger before the ride even begins. From there, after your initial drop, you're treated to a loop into a darkened tunnel, a corkscrew, an inverted corkscrew, and multiple turns taken at purpose.
Wait, they said corkscrew, then they said inverted corkscrew. Do they mean the bat ring? Or... Oh, I'm confused.
Please sharp and freaky angles. Montu's entire goal is to make it so you can't see what's next, because what's next is meant entirely to scare you out of your skin. On 5 different occasions, Montu sharply turns and you immediately find yourself in the trenches. The coaster drops down to the point where your feet are dangling just above the ground. Any closer and you may risk losing your feet forever. This obviously will not happen, and you'll quickly find yourself back up in the air, safely screaming to the heavens. But if for even a split second you thought you were about to crash to your doom, then Montu did its job. Abu Dhabi doesn't do many.
Okay, this is actually a good one because I haven't been on it. I was close to going on it, but I didn't go on it. But when you're waiting there and you know it's the fastest coaster in the world, that's going to be scary when you're just waiting there for it to go. So I can see why.
Small, and their roller coasters are no exception. Case in point, the Formula Rossa ride at Ferrari World, which isn't just the world's fastest roller coaster, it's the fastest by a landslide. With the overall theme of a Ferrari racetrack complete with the coaster train done up like a Ferrari race car, it makes sense that Formula Rossa would be the fastest of all of its peers. It reaches top speeds of nearly 150 miles per hour, while its closest competitor, Kingda Ka in New Jersey, can only manage a comparatively sluggish 128 miles per hour. What's more, thanks to its super powerful hydraulic launch system, Rossa can hit its top speed in under 5 More thanks to its super powerful hydraulic launch system, Rossa can hit its top speed in under 5 seconds. It's so fast and the speed happens so quickly, riders actually have to wear goggles for protection. The ride itself isn't a slouch either. There's no slow rise up a track. Much like a Formula 1 race, you're immediately zooming straight ahead to top speed. The speed doesn't let up as you're sent careening along the track, the rails constantly twisting and turning as you fight to keep your skin from being blown off your face. The lack of loops and
That's not actually... I think he's just making a joke, but just so you know, your skin is not going to get blown off your face if you ride Formula Rossa.
Corkscrews hardly matter. Formula Rossa's sheer speed provides enough thrill to keep its racers thrilled and happy during each crazy ride.
Okay, at least he didn't put it at number 1. At least he didn't put it at number 1. That is fair enough. This list isn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Formula Rossa might have claimed the fastest coaster title from Kingda Ka, but that doesn't make this Six Flags mega attraction any less crazy or menacing. If the most thrilling part of a roller coaster is the height you scale before dropping down at Mach speed, then Kingda Ka might just be calling your name. Since 2005, Kingda Ka has held the crown of world's tallest roller coaster. It reaches a seemingly impossible height of 456 feet before dropping you 418 feet at a nearly 90-degree angle. Remember, this ride can reach speeds of up to 128 miles per hour and can do so in roughly 3.5 seconds. It may not be the fastest coaster ever, but its speed plus the insane height should be quite enough to make you glad you hit the bathroom before taking this ride. Perhaps because of the extremes this coaster puts its riders through, it's not a long ride at all. From launch to stop, you're on the coaster for only 28 seconds. But in those 28 seconds, you're subjected to that rapid-fire launch, the record-setting rise, a 270-degree spiral, and then another 129-foot rise that actually makes you weightless for a second. Immediately thereafter, the brakes hit and the ride is over. Brief run or not, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone walking away from Kingda Ka.
I have to speed up the video because it's getting quite long, but I'll just skip. Why? What? Okay, I have to pause. Why is the smiler here? I know it goes upside down, but why? I'm not. Okay.
The first inversion happens before you begin your ascent, meaning the second your car moves, you're already upside down. After a series of
Okay. Okay.
Not sound impressive when compared to other coasters that send you over 450 feet in the air? You may change your tune when you learn that you're upside down at that height. Yes, Full Throttle features a 160-foot high vertical loop, which is crazy to imagine, much less experience. You experience that insane loop almost immediately, as Full Throttle launches you from 0 to 70 miles per hour within a second or so. From there, you find
A second or so. Okay. Okay, what else we got? Why is Steel Dragon 2000 here?
The one drawback of a roller coaster, no matter how thrilling it may be, is that the ride's simply over too fast. Some don't even last 30 seconds, which can be a bummer after spending 45 minutes in line. If that's the case, then head on over to Japan, where the Steel Dragon 2000 coaster is ready to spend lots of quality time with your screaming self. The Dragon is the world's longest coaster by far.
That is
it
true.
features a whopping
That is actually true.
8,133 feet of track.
Jeez.
By comparison, King Ka is only 3,118
really
feet
short.
long, and Gravity Max measures a mere 1,863 feet. With that much terrain to cover, Steel Dragon is a lengthy ride indeed.
Okay, what's number one? Alright, drum roll please. Oh, no, I'm done.